Good morning, brothers. Jay asked me to record a testimonial for my experience with ayahuasca, and I found myself struggling a little bit, but I realized that I was struggling because I really couldn't put into words what I felt. So I'll try to lead with that instead. Prior to ayahuasca, I'd felt this really large resistance to confronting my past. I'd done a lot of work with traditional therapy. I'd made a lot of headway, but for some reason I knew there was an area of my life that I couldn't really access. This deeper knowledge, this deeper understanding that I had to confront something bigger. And so I went into a lot of the retreats feeling like I needed to confront something, that there was this war that was waging inside of me that I couldn't quite grasp and I couldn't reach on my own. So I was preparing for battle going into ayahuasca. I felt this super energized state of anxiety, of a lot of fear. But as you'll quickly learn, fear really is the compass, and fear often requires us to take a leap of faith, to do something that we don't really understand, with the knowledge that we can only be better for it. My passage, as I've come to understand it, was a really gentle one. What I prepared myself for, what I thought I would experience, was actually quite the opposite. Instead of being confronted with super traumatic events, and instead of being reminded of my brokenness, at least the brokenness that I believed I had, what the medicine presented me with was a very gentle and compassionate view for myself. Instead of treating it like something that needed to be overcome, the medicine gave me the compassion and, more than anything, a connection to my heart that I'd always missed, that I always denied myself, because feelings for me were something that I just couldn't entertain, at least not negative ones. So I'm still trying to understand what the lesson is. I'm still living it every day, rather. It's not a complete transformation, rather an awareness. It gives you an opportunity to approach what is a natural human response to trauma in a more compassionate way. And I'm so grateful for having that knowledge and insight, for being able to see that there's a better way to approach trauma, that rather than denying it, rather than trying to completely disregard it from your experience, medicine showed me that there's a much simpler way to approaching trauma. And a lot of it begins with acceptance and acknowledgement of your life experiences, that they're not good or bad, that they don't inherently tell you who you are, but that they just are. And so for me, medicine gave me that capacity to observe, to be a better human to myself, to be a better champion for my own recovery. So I hope you can take away something from that.